Hi, this is James Tanner, and welcome to another quick view of genealogy. Today we're going to look at an overview of the FamilySearch Photos program. I've zoomed in on the screen here on FamilySearch.org to get started, and I've already signed in. One thing you'll notice when the zoomed in view, or if you narrow your browser screen too much, you'll see that the links along the top of the screen for FamilySearch.org have disappeared and been replaced by 3 bars over on the right-hand side of the screen. If you click on those 3 bars, you'll be able to see the menu items. You can see where you've signed in, and then you'll have the selection for Family Tree Photos Search. And if you sign in with an LDS account for the temple link. We're going to look at the Photos link now and go directly to Photos. Now, when you start up the Photos program, you'll see some selections of photos that are selected from all of those who have been uploaded by your relatives pertaining to your ancestors. If you don't know who any of these people are, there's a way to find out your relationship, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first of all, right here at the beginning, there's a large blue link called Find Photos of Your Ancestors. If you click on that link, it will take you out to the People screen, which is the same as this link up here, and show you all the tagged people in your now uploaded for your ancestors. There are 2 kinds of markings here. Those without any yellow band are photos that you yourself have uploaded to the program. The other ones with the yellow band are those who have been pictures that have been uploaded by your relatives for your ancestors. Now, for example, if you didn't know how you were related to this person, you could click on this yellow band, and the program will show you. I have to shrink this down slightly. Show you exactly how you are related to that person. So back through my grandparents, back to one of my great-great-uncles and his wife. So that's where that person came from. Now you'll see also that there are photos with the yellow band that have no photo. This isn't a mistake. What happens here is that the blank items are stories where no photo has been associated with the story. So let's go back to the People section. This shows a pull-down menu that says All Tagged People. This will show you all of the people that you have uploaded or have been uploaded by any of your relatives that you can be connected with on your family tree. If you do the down arrow off of this link, you'll see that you can filter these by different categories. One is people not linked to family tree, and secondly, for people that you've added to family tree. The third way to filter it is by people added by others. So I'll do that, and you'll see that they all turned yellow bands, and this shows all of the photos that have been uploaded by people, my relatives, who have linked these photos into people in the family tree. You may or may not have some of these photos, but let's say, for example, as I'm scrolling through here, I see a picture of someone that I do not recognize as having in my collection. I could click on that individual and see all of the photos and the stories that have been uploaded for that person. In the case of a picture like this, I can right-click on the picture and save that image off to my own computer. You might want to bear this in mind when you're uploading photos, that this is a very public place, that you are in essence relinquishing any ownership rights to those photos in a real sense, because other people can copy them freely. If you wish to maintain any kind of copyright or ownership, then I suggest not submitting the photos up here. Technically, under the guidelines, under the terms and conditions of the website, you still own all of those rights, but you're assigning them for any use to FamilySearch. And in effect, by allowing people to copy the photos, that allows practically anyone to obtain a copy of your photo. Now let's go back to the My Photos section. In this particular section, this is where you would upload a photo. Just a few minutes ago, I found a photo that I had for uploading. All I have to do is click on the upload button and drag that photo over into the area, and it will be automatically uploaded into the program. Once I have uploaded a photo into the program, such as this one, the photo can be tagged, and you click on the photo to tag the individual. So I click anywhere on the photo and it opens up a tagging circle that allows me to identify the individuals within that photo. If the person is already in the program, or if you've already uploaded a photo for that person, then you can link that photo directly to that person in the in Family Tree. Down here you have some options for each person. You can see that person in the Family Tree, look at that person, the person's page. You can go to see what photos and stories they have, and then you can edit the tag or remove the tag. Now, some of these items are not going to be available if you did not upload the photo yourself. Let's go to the person's page in Family Tree so you can see how that appears. Now, when I'm on the person page, if I click in Family Tree on the details, now I'm into the details portion of Family Tree. Now, the photo that appears up here in the left-hand corner is the default photo. I could change that default photo because I'm the one who uploaded it. Now, if someone else selects a different default photo and we don't select the same photo, then we're going to see our own default photo. We won't see the other person's default photo. So we're not going to get into a situation where people are changing the default photo back and forth because they're only going to see the photo that they selected. Let's suppose that I wanted to change this default photo. Simply have to click on the default photo itself. That gives me a selection of all of the photographs with little buttons on the photos. If I were to change that photo to a different one, I could do so by clicking on the little button off to the left-hand corner of the pictures. In this case, I don't particularly want to change the photo, but I could if I wanted to do that. Now I can go back to the person. If I made a change in the photo, then the person photo here would change. Now, you'll notice that there's an Add Photo block in FamilySearch Family Tree. We're in Family Tree, not in the Photos program. If I click on that, I could go directly to the Photos upload portion of the program and upload a photo, any photo that I wanted to upload. The photo that I upload in this case, since I began in the Family Tree program, will be attached directly to the person that I had selected, in this case, Leroy Parkinson Tanner, my grandfather. Now, I can go back to the Photos program at any time, either by clicking on a photo or by clicking on the link to Photos at the top of the page. Another part of the program is the Albums portion of the program. Here you can organize your photos. These are organized in albums for yourself, You can add a person to any of the albums that you create. And how you do that is go to the person's people page. Let's go up here and look at people. And assume that I wanted to add Roy Tanner to an album, or one of the other Tanners. I could do that by scrolling to his photo. Clicking on his photo takes me to his people page. And further clicking on a photo brings up the tag for the photo and the ability to go to the people, to albums, stories, comments, or details. In this case, if I click on albums, I can select an album, or I could create a new album by going into the album section of the program. So let's go to albums here and create an album. In this case, I'll create one for the Tanner family. I could give it a description. I won't do that right now. I'll create that. Now I have a blank album. Go back to my people. And scroll down to my grandfather in the elves. And then I can add that photo to an album. And I have the option of adding it to the Tanner family album, and now it's in that album. So if I go look at my albums, back to the albums link, I now have 2 albums and 1 photo in that album. Now, stories, the next link over on the list, will let you add a new story. When you click on that link, it gives you the attach a photo option where you can select a photo to attach to this particular story. One of the other options is if you go to the people, if I wanted to upload a story about Adeline Christensen Gibbons, I could click on her photo and go to that particular photo. And now I will have the opportunity of adding a story directly to her, to that photo. So a story about using that photo as the primary photo for the story. I can also add comments or details to the photo. If I click on comments, I can add a comment. If I click on details, I can add a photo description. In this case, I could add in her name. And add that description. Now we'll see what happens here is that what I did was I put her name in as Christiansen, which is not correct. So I'm going to edit that Her name was Christensen. And now I can go back in make sure I get that correct. And add the description. Now when I go back to her pictures, I'll find that in the photos, let's find one. I can't find one that has a description on it real quick. Let's see if we've got one on this page. Let's go to the all the people photos. Here you can see one where there's here's one where a title has been added to the photo. Okay, well that pretty well covers the program for today. I'm sure there'll be many more changes to this program before they're finished doing all the changes. I hope this has been helpful. If you want to leave comments, you can leave the comments here on the YouTube video itself, or you can go to my blog at Genealogy Star and leave comments there, or you can email me through my email through Facebook or through Google+. So thanks for watching Genealogy Star's Quick Views of Genealogy.